Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Colten, and I am an SEO account manager here at NisonCo PR. We are a PR and SEO company that specializes in the cannabis, psychedelic, and cryptocurrency markets. So today we're going to be talking about how to do dispensary SEO for beginners. Now, cannabis SEO, dispensary SEO, extremely important. If you are a dispensary owner or just are in the cannabis industry, I'm sure you have heard of SEO. You might not know about it, but you might have heard that it's very important. So today we're kind of just going to go over and we're just going to talk about the basics of how to do dispensary SEO for beginners. So let's just go ahead and dive right in here. So very first things first, before we get into anything, what is SEO, right? So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and I mean basically what it is you want to be ranked higher, like in the search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. The higher you are ranked in the search engines, the more clicks you're going to get, the more traffic you're going to get, which in turn will eventually mean hopefully more revenue for your store, right? So it's basically helping Google and the other search engines just understand your website. What is it about? Websites are they're here to usually solve someone's problem. They're looking for a solution for something. They're looking for certain products, whatever it may be. So it's really about making these search engines trust the information you're sharing, and you want your website to be the authoritative figure in doing this. So by helping the search engines to understand and trust your site, you increase your chances of showing your website higher in the search results. So what does this mean for actual dispensaries? So like SEO specifically for dispensaries. So SEO for dispensaries, super important. Arguably one of the most important types of marketing in the cannabis industry. Why? Well, that's because cannabis businesses right now are prohibited from using any traditional forms of advertising, like social media and PPC ads. You can't like sell stuff. You can't do anything. You can't run ads. There are maybe certain gray areas that you can try, but you'll most likely get banned, and you don't want to do that. So, optimizing, your dispensary's website for search is no different than optimizing any other type of website. You want a fast site. You want robust and unique content. You want a site that's universally trusted by other people and businesses, and it's just super easy to navigate, right? So basically, SEO is super important for dispensaries because it's an organic way to get people to go to your website, which in turn, hopefully that'll make people actually walk in physically towards the store. So let's just kind of go over some basics. So in SEO, we have what we call on-site optimizations, off-site, and there's local SEO, there's national SEO, there's international SEO. But today, for dispensaries specifically, we want to focus on local SEO because you want to be showing up for like local keywords, right? So let's just dive into this. So things to look at, right? So let's look at it from an on-site perspective. And what do I mean by on-site, right? I'm actually talking about, on the site. So we're talking about, titles, headers, meta tags, alt tags. These are all things that need to be optimized on the site so that Google can understand what your site is actually about, right? So with on-site, you have everything from technical site audits, specific page optimization, stuff like that. So what are some things included in that, right? So what matters most for dispensaries? I'd say NAP data, right? So NAP data stands for name, address, phone number, and then that also includes the website, right? This is very important to have all this information consistent across the entire internet, wherever it is, on your website, on directories, anything like that. You want to have the correct information and have it just be displayed everywhere, consistently. Another thing you want to really take into consideration is mobile performance, right? Most people are using their phones to look up items, right? More than not, they're going to be on their phones rather than a desktop. That's still, you still want to have your desktop optimized too, but mobile is extremely important. Something to consider is using what they call AMP pages, and this basically just, I won't, I'm not going to get into anything too technical, but AMP pages are basically, they help basically load your pages faster for mobile, right? So you want your mobile site speed to be very fast. So let's see, how do you make sure your content can help you rank for local phrases? So you might want to focus on location, reviews, store hours, link phone number, email address, products. What's the most important for your local demographics? So on top of on-site SEO, it also delves into keyword and competition research, right? So you want to figure out what are people actually searching for, right, to find you. Some keywords off the top of my head might be dispensary near me, cannabis near me, buy cannabis, things like that. These are all gonna pop up in what we call the local map pack, which when you search for something in Google, you'll see that at the top they have this like map pack where they'll include the map, and then they'll include the top 3 local businesses, depending on what you're searching for. Very important to get ranked in there. We're going to talk about Google My Business in a second, but the NAP data, all this stuff, it all coincide, right? So anyway, you want to create a keyword list, right? We use certain tools to find our keywords and stuff. It gives us how many searches are they getting a month, what's the competition level. Something to keep in mind, competition level is a real thing, so you want to definitely keep that number in mind when you're doing your keyword research, because some keywords are extremely hard to rank for. For example, just ranking for the word cannabis, that would be super hard to rank for. It's not impossible, it would just take a lot of work and a lot of time. Anyway, one good way to actually find, let's actually go here, let's just go to Google real quick. So let's actually just look at an example here. So type in dispensary near me. So this is what I was talking about right here. So this right here, this is the map pack. See, it has the top 3 like I was talking about, and then it has the actual map here, and then underneath that, this is going to be the actual organic results. So anyway, this is what you could do. Here's a quick little tip to find out what people are actually searching for. So if you go up here, Google has this thing called auto suggest. So right here, you cited typing in dispensary, right? Dispensary near me, dispensary near me open. Those are a few keywords right there, right? Let's do cannabis near me. So basically just look what's popping up in these suggested, and then this will give you like a good start on starting your keyword list. I would also suggest basically I would suggest doing that, and then actually just thinking in your head, like what would you search for. Write down all the things you search for. Ask your friends, your colleagues, your family, what do they search for. So those are going to be good ideas. And then what you want to do is you get that keyword list, you go up, you look at some tools, you see what type of impressions those are getting, and then you want to go in and you want to optimize your site. So like I said, titles, heading tags, alt tags for images, your meta descriptions. These are things you want to put, those keywords like dispensary near me, for example, you want to put these on these certain pages. Let's go ahead and look at offsite SEO. So offsite basically means anything regarding SEO that's not actually on-site optimizations and stuff. So we're talking about building links, acquiring links, social media presence, partnering with local organizations, stuff like that. So offsite, NAP data is still very important with offsite too. Like I said, you want that to be extremely consistent. Social media presence, connecting it to your website, right? If you can connect all these different sources and Google knows, it just makes everything look better. Building and acquiring links, there's a ton of different ways to do it, but you basically want to get links from sites that are actually receiving traffic, that are real. A link pointing back to your site is it's going to help you start ranking for more stuff. So anyway, let's look at local SEO, okay, right? So showing up in the local map pack, this is very important. You want to get your Google My Business page optimized, right? So we're talking about hours, website, payments accepted, address, services. Everything should be filled out completely, including up-to-date pictures and stuff, right? This is the only way that you're going to get, ranked in the local map pack, basically. Everything needs to be optimized. Here's a quick little pro tip that honestly not a lot of people know about, and this little gem right here will honestly probably help you quite a bit, depending, on your keyword and your market and stuff. But when doing your keyword research, figure out what your main term is, right, that you want to search for, both locally and nationally. So let's say your business name is Dispensary A. I know that's terrible, but I can't think right now. So Dispensary A, right? So you'd have your name. Well, change your name on Google My Business so it has your name and then your main term right after that. So let's say if you were trying to rank for dispensary in Wisconsin, right? Or Wisconsin dispensary, just an example. I'd put Dispensary A, and then right after that, my main term would be Wisconsin, or cannabis. Let's do cannabis in Wisconsin, something like that, right? So you putting your most relevant, keyword in the title is going to help quite a bit. Anyway, I know that was probably like kind of a lot of information, but those are the very kind of, beginning steps for doing SEO for dispensaries. Just to quickly go over stuff again. It basically, the things you want to look for, figure out what keywords, your customers are actually searching for to get to your website. Optimize your website. Titles, headers, meta tags, everything should be optimized. You want to pump out some good content, right? Not just fluff content. You want to type out, figure out what people are actually searching for, like not just keywords, but topics and stuff like that. Write on those topics, put that out there, and then you could focus on offsite, acquiring links with that content, stuff like that, and then optimizing your Google My Business page. Super important. Get all your NAP data, squared away, consistent across everywhere, and then those are like I'd say the first things you want to look at. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you later. All right, bye.